Good morning. Well, it's Marion. Another day here at the lake. Today is my second day back from being away. Yesterday, I kind of did some work in the vegetable garden. I still have a lot of work to do. Today, I've decided that I am going to feed my rose plants. They were in such perfect big bloom, and I've come back and it looks like, in addition to the drought, a lot of the petals are kind of dried up, and it is too early in the summer for it all to be gone. So I've been researching, and I believe there is a process called deadheading that I am going to experiment with a couple of the bushes. But for sure, I am going to feed them all. So the only thing I could find in the stores here was the rose and bloom, right? It's the only thing I could find. So this is what I am going to use to basically help my blooms to get better and for them to flower again. So basically I am just going to open it. I hope you can see. I'm just going to open it here with my handy dandy knife. And just sprinkle it on my bushes. Now, there's a certain quantity that I have to use. You can't use too much. It's basically just like a tablespoon worth by the roots. Let me just put my knife up here for the time being. All right. And again, with me not even having the proper equipment, I can't do as I really want to do. Okay, so I wanted to show you the process of deadheading my rose bushes. As you can see, this was already full bloom. Do you see all of these? These are dead blooms, or blooms that have already, basically shown their beauty. What I am going to do in order to encourage new growth is to do a process of deadheading, where I literally will be cutting these off, because look at them. You see, they are already dying. Now, of course, in nature, no one walked around and deadhead all their rose bushes. And as you can see, I have a lot of rose bushes, right? So it's going to be a lot of work to deadhead all of these, but I think it's very worth it, because they are so beautiful when they're in bloom. So I am going to basically, the method, I am using a very regular method. There are two methods of deadheading. So let me use this one for instance. Usually they say, if you're going to deadhead where you have the first 5 set of leaves. So here I have 3 leaves, so I wouldn't cut there. There I only have 1, right there I only have 1 leaf. But right here I have 5, see, 4 and 1, 5. So the best place to cut would be right here. So I could do this method, cut right there. And as a matter of fact, you can see, we have new growth coming there already. So I could deadhead like that. But my research is showing that listen, the tree wants all her leaves at this point. She's producing, it's in the middle of the summer. So instead of taking it down, because sometimes to get to the first set of 5, it might be further down on the limb here. All right, so look at this one. This is 3 and 2, 5, 6, 7. That's a leaf of 7 right there, right? But they say just take it to the first 5 and you should be fine. What I am doing though is just snipping the old bud, just as if, you know, there was no petals on that bud. You see, like this one, I would just snip it off. And I am not paying much attention as to how many leaves, right? I just take it up to the first set of leaves and just take those off, right? So that is the method of deadheading. Usually it's a big process. For professional rose growers, they would do glue, they would do all kinds of things. I am not doing that because some of the trees are already sending out new growth, even without them not being deadheaded, because I didn't do it in time. I was not here. With rose bushes and most plants, everything is timing, you know? So everything is perfect timing. I was not around to really take these off when the blooms were just beginning to fade, which would have been the perfect time, because I would have encouraged the growth sooner. Now, by doing the deadheading, all I'm doing is kind of speeding up the process of speeding up the process of getting a new bloom, you know, in a couple of weeks. Here, I think within around 2 to 4 weeks, I might have another full bloom of roses. I need to sharpen. You know, I might have another full bloom here, and I'm going to enjoy them. Now, a lot of people might go down to the first set of leaves only because they want to shape the bush, you know, maybe make it consistent, one consistent height. Right now, I am not worried about that. I think I will wait for, you know, my winter pruning in order to get them, you know, back to, you know, the level that I want. So, you know, this is perfect. You see that? I just deadheaded that, but it's already sending up new growth. So I'm just going to continue just to get rid of the old ones, because that's energy that the plant is holding on to, you know, for instance, feed it all the way up there where it doesn't have to. Now it can just concentrate on its new growth and send all the energy to the new part of the plant, you know. So see, it looks better. It doesn't look pretty because a couple of the blooms are gone. All the blooms are gone now, but at least it's not looking like this. So I am going to go ahead and start working on this one. Now I can see here, for instance, right, I have this whole bloom, right, that's there. I'm just going to again snip it off like that. I'm not even going to go down to affect the leaves. I'm just going to snip it right there, and I'm sure I'm going to be able to encourage the kind of growth that I want, and I will have, see, like new growth already. That's new. All right, that's new. So I'm just going to keep doing these, and then I guess after many hours, I will see how far I get, because right now, look, I've only done a few, and I have all of those, and I have all of those, And I have all of those and on the other side and in the front of the yard. So a lot of work here. Wish me luck. Talk to you soon. Hello again. Welcome to At the Lake with Marian. I am continuing with my deadheading of my rose bushes. So again, look at this classic example. All right. Many people would not choose to deadhead them. And by deadheading, again, what I am doing is just snipping off. I'm snipping off the dead buds, right? I am not going for the leaves because I want the plant to maintain a lot of its energy. I'm just taking off these dead ones, right? And leaving room so that these here, these new growth can come. In addition, let me show you something else that's interesting. So, for instance, look at this right here. You see, you have the old rose and you have the new one. The new one is coming from out of there. See that? It's coming right from there. So if I take that off, it actually doesn't hurt. What it does, it sends more energy to the new growth, right? And that's fine. Now, you can see the volume of roses I had received from this. It was quite a bit. So to deadhead, it's a lot. And I am just taking them off. My research shows that, well, there's a couple of benefits. If there's any disease on the plant, if there's any disease at all on the plant, it helps me to get rid of it. As soon as I'm finished, I am not going to leave it to sit on the rose bed, in the rose bed, or the area around it. I am going to remove it. I'm going to take them up, and I'm actually going to dispose of it, either by burning it or, something like that. So I'm going to continue my deadheading. This is a lot of work because it's actually a lot of rosebuds that I had gotten. But I also am excited because I see so many new growth. There is a lot of new growth, right? That's already coming up. I see new buds. So I know in about 2 weeks, I'm going to be getting some new fresh roses. For instance, look at this one. You see you have an existing one, and look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 new buds that is coming up just on that head alone. Really, really nice. So I am certain that by getting rid of these old ones here, number one, I'm making the plant look a little prettier. And number two, all this old energy, I'm helping it to get rid of that old energy. Just like us, sometimes you have to reinvent yourself. You've been stuck in a rut. Again, I've never worked with rose bushes. I've never had them, never had luck with them, never thought that I would actually be able to own such a garden of roses. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful experience. Now, one of the things with summertime, my goodness, I don't know if you can see these gnats and everything that are just all over the place. Look at this one. You see how many blooms she had? When I tell you these things bloomed, they bloomed. And I can just imagine the second go around. And I know they are going to bloom all the way into the winter because I bought this property in the winter time. And when I came and saw all the roses, I was like, wow, roses in the winter time, just gracing us with their presence like that. I was amazed. I was happy. You know, it was just really a nice experience. So I know that this year it will be very similar. So I can enjoy the property, you know, and all its benefits for a longer period of time, which is good. I was humbled, very humbled this morning, you know, thinking about just how good God is. And sometimes we're at a place in our life where we think things aren't going the way we wanted to. Trust me, there were years and years and years upon years that I wondered where I was heading. What was I going to do? Things were so hard and difficult. Things were so challenging. Nothing seemed to work. And you know what I did? I grind my teeth and I dig my heels in. And I said, whatever it takes, I'm going to do. That's all sometimes. Don't give up. Don't sit back and be lazy. Don't ever be a lazy person. Laziness is ungodliness. If you can get up and move, you move that life in your body. Work. I mean, have balance in your life, but work. Don't wait for handouts. Don't steal. Work for what's yours. And be happy doing it. Be happy doing it. And be grateful. Be grateful for the strength to do it. You know, many of us have jobs and we complain about it. You know that? We complain about it. We make ourselves miserable. Of course, we all wish that we didn't have to work. Do you think I want to get up and work every day? Did I want to do it all those years? No. But by the grace of God, He said, if He gave me the strength to do it, I have to hear, listen, and do it. And I am not a millionaire. I haven't reached anywhere superior than other people. But you know what? I'm a lot farther ahead than I was many, many years ago. And a lot farther ahead than if I had just settled and stayed comfortable where I was. I made myself uncomfortable where I was in my life so that I could get to a place of comfort and to be able to afford and be blessed with a place like this. Because this to me is just pure blessings. This to me it's pure blessings. Pure blessings. When I walk out here, all you can do is just feel so good. Not feel bragging, not feel boasting, but feel so good in your soul. Feel so good that you can have this experience, you know, that you can see when the sun rises and when the sun sets. That when you step out, you can see life everywhere, even the gnats and the flies or the horse flies or the mosquitoes. Not pest, life. And you know what? It's more life, guys. That's all we want. More life. As a matter of fact, that was one of my birthday wishes. Shout out to you, Calvin. You know, shout out to everyone who wished me a birthday. But his message was like really simple. He was just like, happy birthday, Marianne, more life. And that was just to the point. You know, just to the point. God bless you all, man. Understand that for sure life is short. Do right. Do the right thing. Every chance you get to do the right thing, do the right thing. Don't be greedy. Don't be of trickery. Don't be conniving. You know? Ooh, these rose bushes have thorns. I need to remind myself of that. You know? God will bless us each and every time. When we do what is right, or as right as we can be with it. Oh yeah. With the bushes up, sometimes I don't like to really go in them because, you know, my paranoia about snakes, it hasn't gone anywhere. And it won't go anywhere. I'll always be scared that there's one somewhere. You know? So, let me just get one more bush right here. And then by tomorrow, you guys are going to be whacked what you all are weeds and stuff. All right, Tricks? You good, Tricks? Yeah. So, guys, on this pleasant afternoon, you know, I hope life is treating you good. I hope life is treating you just fine. If it's not, hang in there. Pray. Have faith. It will get better. It will get better. You don't have anything to worry about. Nothing that you're experiencing is going to last forever. Okay? Remember that. All right? Okay, so this is what these rose bushes look like now after, and it's been around 2 weeks since I've deadheaded them. Do you see all the new buds? Look at that. Look at that. I mean, everywhere on the plant is a new growth and a new bud. Look at that. Almost every branch, every new look. See, new growth, new buds. This is the benefit that deadheading gives. And if you notice, it looks much better. I mean, I could deadhead some more, right? But, I mean, look at that. Look how much more full, right? Look how full they are. You see that? So I will be guaranteed to have nice full blooms all the way through the winter. This is the benefit of deadheading. Look at the ones over there, right? If I were to zoom in, look at them. This is just 2 weeks ago that I deadheaded them all. Do you see them? You see how full they now are? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I could go on, and look over here. Look. Look. Right? Look. Look. I can even deadhead some more. I can deadhead continuously. Right? Which after the second bloom, I am going to do it one more time because it will still be in the warm summer months. Look at those buds. Look at those beautiful buds. Look at them. Look at that. Right? It's amazing how one simple technique can just change everything. Look at them. You're talking about looking at this as if it's the first time it's going to bloom. And it's not. This is its second go around. This is its second go around. All of them. All of them. Just a sea of beauty. Just a sea of beauty. As always, God bless you, and I really hope you enjoyed this.